Hello Aries, and welcome to your October 2022 reading. So I meditated on your energy, and the first cards that came out, I had here the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords. And this is when our anxiety overthrows our capacity to just be in peace and happy within ourselves. Okay. And anxiety can be a very subtle underground thing. Here it's in the night, that person is all in, worrying and so on. But this month, here I have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something you understand about that. This is speaking more of the type of Aries that maybe had a hard time being happy, allowing themselves to be just content and happy, just like that. Okay? Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Pentacle. The realization of that is actually bringing you at the end of the month into this beautiful opening of a new path that has this solid thing that you can invest and grow and put yourself in, that will enhance your quality of life. Okay? Under the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords, I have the King of Swords. And then I have the World. So this is really an understanding about this. Should I let my fears, anxieties, beliefs prevent me from actually being able to be happy? You're kind of going to get it this month. And that's why here the Wheel of Fortune. And when we have the Wheel of Fortune, of course, this is when things are finally going to change in our lives. We have the Sphinx with the sword. It will only come through an understanding. If not, life will repeat the same thing with different faces. And at one point we realize it doesn't even have to do anything with the outside conditions. It's from the inside. Under that, I have the Hangman lifted. So what was like on hold and like where you didn't have any growth in that sector, maybe, you're going to finally see from a different angle what it's all about and get the illumination of it. And under that, I have an Ace of Cup. So this is like, okay, an understanding, a vision on love, happiness, high vibrations, the lightness of water here. The opportunity to grasp that Ace of Cup, which probably will bring you to your Nine of Cups, to being happy and content. And it is from there that then we can attain the Ten of Cups, where we can exchange and feel the love of the others, and there's light in every drop of our water. Here, the choice, the Two of Wands, it's a bit like an engagement afterwards. I'm going to engage myself into this new reality. Ace of Sword, clarity. But the clarity, of course, King of Swords, Hangman in reverse, and Ace of Sword. I'm not surprised that here at the end of the month it becomes even more clear. And the clarity is about stopping to resist joy. Okay? Where I don't have to always protect myself, not to be hurt, not to be dragged down, not to be taken advantage of, and where I can just celebrate and have things easy, flowing, and happy. And then we have the Ten of Swords and the Hermit. Because of course, at that point, you're going to realize the price you've paid for holding on to those beliefs. And those beliefs here, bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Swords in reverse, because you are going to let go of these swords in your heart. Old pains, old beliefs that prevented you from opening your heart, maybe opening yourself to, live the Three of Cups and so on. Here, Ten of Swords, this is when we're conscious of every sword that we've received, that we've believed, that we've given, okay, and how we paid the price for it, and that it doesn't have to be like that. Hint, after that, the Hermit, where now that I have this comprehension, Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, okay, right away, I have the new way of thinking, the new way of seeing things, the new way of speaking my truth, and I am going to walk on that new path with this wisdom. So of course things are going to be different for you. All right. Let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aries for the month of October 2022. Aries for the month of October 2022. Okay, why is the Nine of Swords and the Nine of... Because see, these are two nines. These are two cumulations of the two elements here, okay? Happiness, water, our memories, our vibration, and swords, our truth, our mental activity, how we perceive things, how we express things. And the nine, all the nines are in here, Yesod, okay, which is a bit the unconscious. This is ruled by the moon. So it's kind of the accumulation after passing through our unconscious, passing through the high priestess line here, okay? So of course, if there's a distortion in the sword, it's going to accumulate to I am anxiety. And then the cups, well, the result, if we were able to transcend them or be overwhelmed by them, it's going to arrive in the 9. Then you have the 10, which shows the physical reality, Malkut here in the bottom. But there is the invisible part just before as ourselves, okay? You all have individuals in there. And then in the bottom, this is when it actually affects us and this world. Okay, let's see. Nine of Cups. All right. Okay. Six of Pentacle. King of Cups. And the Chariot. And so the Chariot is the capacity to move past, to move forward, spiritual movement forward. That kind of, yes, it comes from the feminine, and it is my direction, my aspiration, my line towards my accomplishment in the concrete world. Here, King of Cups brings this notion of emotional intelligence, of grounding ourselves emotionally. How do I feel? And I'm going to honor how I feel. I can love deeply and actually honor that in my truth, King of Swords. in a balanced way. Not in a, I'm sacrificing myself, 5 of Pentacle, I'm putting efforts and not having any fruits, 7 of Pentacle, but in a 6 of Pentacle, where I am allowing myself to be fulfilled, and I will give from joy and not from sacrifice. Wheel of Fortune. So I think that this is a big part of the understanding that you got, that is actually allowing you to move past old traumas, fears, and whatnot. Here we have, okay. So we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune again. And so we have the Tower, and we have the High Priestess. That, and here is the Knight of Swords. So I think that the construct you had made based on the old anxieties and the things like that is going to crumble with the new understanding. And it's a spiritual understanding. It's an understanding of cosmic intelligence here, of your soul that's been trying to tell you that probably for a very long time. But now you're going to listen to it, and you're going to remove that tower that was making you try and build and create and act in a certain way that would have never brought you to the happiness that your soul desired. So this is going to come as a download that is actually going to annihilate your anxiety, your deep core fear of maybe receiving that cup or being happy or all of this. So of course we have this new path opening up towards you with the Empress, ruled by Venus, unconditional love and abundance, living something that would be in peace with the divine feminine here. So that is beautiful. For some of you, this is a creative idea. This is an inspiration. For others of you, it's just being able to actually receive from the divine feminine, from Venus. Okay, a new path where she would be standing up here, because it needs to be standing up within yourself if you want to experience it outside of you. Let's look at the King of Swords. King of Swords. We have the world. The world, and the devil. The end of a big karma for you, Aries. A big karma that was preventing you from being happy and fulfilled, from receiving a cup. The world. And you're going to understand that. It's like if that anxiety, you're going to understand that. Page of Swords. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I get it how, tending my garden like crazy, working where my willpower has turned into a shovel and hasn't given me any fruits, anything to feed my life here. And that was because I couldn't take the cup that was offered. The cup from life, the cup for, doesn't have to come from somebody. There's aces of cups constantly around us. It's just a question of allowing them in the invisible, so that we can feel that happiness and serenity and peace within ourselves. Here, you're understanding this. Hangman. So, of course, the hangman being upright now, that means that the status quo that was put on this until you got it is finally lifted. And here, Hangman, upright. The moon. What was hidden in your unconscious about your emotions, about how emotions work, is coming up to the surface, and there you can see it. This is also shadow waters, like Aquarius had to face, or is going to face. And I think that the full moon in Pisces will actually show you a lot of what was hidden in your waters, in your emotions, old beliefs and traumas and whatnot, that brought anxiety surpassing any other emotions for you. Here, 10 of Pentacle. Here's the Ace of Pentacle. So, of course, now it's reversed in the middle of the month. That means that it's there, but you don't really have access to it because you have to finish your cycle and say, okay, the past cycle where things were more like this is done. Now I'm actually going to take that cup. And you need to take that cup to actually be able to perceive the concrete, solid, new thing that you're going to be able to plant and grow into, something that's going to last 10 years in front of you, 20 years or whatever. 10 of Pentacle. Here, show me the Ace of Sword with the 3 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. Like, stopping to resist joy, lightness, and happiness. And it is a choice. The reactionary Aries, maybe, that would run away or go towards or react, protect himself. And now you kind of understand how that actually prevented you from just enjoying life. Okay? And of course it was because of your beliefs. But here with the Lovers, this is the choice you can make this month. Hermit, 10 of Sword. Because you don't want to live anymore. You don't want to sabotage yourself anymore. Okay, 7 of Sword is a big sabotage. This is when we feel powerless when it comes to these things and everything is stronger than us. Instead of being in the 8 of Wands, building love, creating it with our actions. See, this is completely different. And I think that, of course, if you're in your 3 of Swords, you're going to sabotage yourself when it comes to happiness. You won't believe that you have the capacity, the power. It's very disempowering. Very, life is like that and there's nothing I can do about it. It prevents us from actually investing in our happiness, in our long-term happiness. It's sabotage. It goes from sabotage to procrastination to just feeling completely powerless. But here, this is being resolved. You have the chance to resolve this month, Aries, and actually head out to outside of your comfort zone, but to something that would be solid and to allow the cup in to you, to live it, to experiment it. Allow yourself to be happy. You see the price you've paid for resisting it. So there you go. It's done. You don't have to do that anymore. Maybe this month you're going to be witness of something very typical of this, okay, that you would do. And you're going to see like, oh my God, okay, yeah, I see it now. I can let go of this. I'm going to let that crumble. You're going to get the download of it, okay? So I'm going to call this understanding joy. Because ultimately, this is what it's about. Sharing joy, just being happy in a simple way, and it doesn't have to have all that sadness and anxiety around it. So, understanding joy, Aries, this month. So, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel if you want. If you want a private reading, there's a website now. You just go on it. You have the schedule. You have all the definitions of the types of readings that are offered and so on. It's very easy, user-friendly. The website that my nieces made for me. And of course, it's only possible to book 1 month in advance. I only open the schedules 1 month, so that it's not like you get a reading but in 6 months kind of thing. So if you don't see a date right now, just go and check in a couple of days, and there's always, every day there's a day that opens. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moons, I do a little ceremony to give you back. Apart from that, yes, happy Halloween, Shamain. It's a beautiful time. Of course, there's all the trick-or-treating and so on for the children, but it's a wonderful time to give our love and our light and our acknowledgement and gratefulness to the ones that passed away, because the veil will be very thin at that moment. Also, it is a very good time to send our friendship, our hellos, and love and light again to the friends right on that dimension beside ours here, on the other side of the veil. Our magical friends, there you go. So on this, my beautiful Aries, I am sending you all my love and light, and enjoy, and take the cup and the pentacle. All right? Love and light.